Hey, what's up, you guys? Collision tonight was pretty great. Now, I was getting off my couch to come do this review, and then Rush Hour 2 came on, and I was like, holy shit, the review's gonna have to wait. I love that movie. Now, Collision was great. I really enjoyed it. It does have a different feel. We started off with like a promo from CMFTR and Ricky, and we also had the Guns in Bullet Club Gold. And I like how they started off with that. And we also started off with a segment finding out who the mystery partner is for Darby and Sting's team. And if you guessed that it was Naito, it actually is. And he did come out on the show. So Chris Jericho came out first with Suzuki. And they're just dying to know who this mystery partner is. Sting and Darby comes out. They're doing a lot of talking or whatever. And then they finally announced that it's Naito. So he comes out and he's looking good all in white. And the crowd is absolutely loving it. And I do think it was a great choice. Now, I think people already knew this would be the choice. It was just a matter of finding out if it actually was him. Now, the segment, I think it was great. It doesn't really build anything because obviously there was already tension with Naito and Chris Jericho already. So it is what it is. And with my prediction video, I did say, regardless of who that mystery person was, that Sting team was going to end up taking the win. So I still believe that that will be the case. Alright, y'all. First match of the night, Swerve versus Tanahashi. We had Swerve coming out, and he's looking yummy as hell. And he's coming out with Prince Nana. Now, I know a lot of people say he doesn't need Prince Nana. And honestly, he probably don't. But I like them together. I like Swerve with the Embassy. I think they are a really good fit for each other. So I'm not tripping. As long as we get to see Swerve doing singles action, I'm cool with it. And Prince Nana is a great mouthpiece anyway. Now, throughout this match, we had the crowd cheering for both Swerve and Tanahashi. Now, I know Swerve is a heel, but he is so talented in the ring that, like, y'all have no choice but to recognize. Now, I'm going to say this. I thought this was going to be the match of the night for me. And guess what? It did not deliver. Now, Swerve was, like, on a good pace. I don't want to say, like, fast, but he was in a pace that I think the match should have gone, while Tanahashi was really being much more slow. I'm kind of looking at it as, because tomorrow he has that big match with MJF, that he's playing it safe, or maybe there's an issue going on. They were saying that they were doing autographs earlier on in the day, and Tanahashi did not show, and Naito came out to take his place. So I'm wondering if something was going on, or if he came late. I don't know, but the match did not deliver like how I was hoping for. It was just on another pace compared to Swerve, and I just didn't like that. It wasn't like the worst match I've ever seen or anything. It just wasn't what I was expecting from these two guys. Now, Tanahashi does take the win. The ending I did not like because he messed up the ending, and Swerve kind of helped him getting his footing back onto the top rope and to hit a frog splash, I believe. And it just didn't hit the way it was supposed to. So I just didn't care for it at that point. Tanahashi wins. Then MJF music hit. And I'm thinking, oh, he's going to come out on Collision, right? No, he doesn't come out. He has like a video somewhere else in Toronto, and basically saying how he's going to kick Tanahashi's ass or whatever. And to be honest, I would have preferred to see MJF come out and have, say what he had to say in front of Tanahashi. That doesn't end up happening, but I'll take it for what it was. Unfortunately, this match just wasn't what I hoped for. Alright, y'all, second match of the night, we had Brody King versus Andrade El Idolo. This was my favorite match of the night. Once again, Andrade's coming out, and he is showing people why he's that dude. And he is, like, really having, like, this swag in the ring that I really, really enjoy. They have a really great match here. We have Julia ringside, and even Andrade stops at one moment and be like, girl, get out of here. Because he knows how the House of Black roll, especially with Julia ringside, probably helping out with cheating or whatnot. Now, that doesn't end up happening on Julia's part. Now, these two have a really, really great match, and I'm really liking Andrade even more in this match than Brody. Now for Brody, they're playing off of him having like a knee injury too, like they did Buddy last week, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm wondering if they're doing that so it's like, oh, well, you know what? The House of Black, they were injured already coming into these matches. So, of course, they lost type of thing. So, I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that. But I still enjoyed what they did. Now, Andrade ends up winning via DQ because Buddy Matthews gets involved. So, obviously, ref got to ring the bell. Now, they ended up attacking Andrade after this. And guess what, guys? No LFI to come out and help. Now, I'm wondering if we are going to see a situation with LFI and House of Black, because for the second night in a row, Andrade has gotten attacked but has not gotten helped by any of his guys, which I find to be a little bit strange in terms of him having, connection with them and nothing happening, after his matches as far as him getting help. So I'm interested to see if this is going to be a whole storyline with just Andrade and House of Black, or if we will end up seeing LFI later on. But either way, this would have been like match of the night had it been absolutely completed where we had a definite winner here. I really enjoyed it. Andrade is looking really good, and I can't wait to see more from him. Next, we had Christian. He comes out with Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus is the TNT champ. If you didn't know that, that is for good reason, because it seems like it's Christian who won the title, and he is ripping Toronto to shreds. Yes, he's from Toronto, but yeah, he's talking shit about them too. And the crowd did start it off cheering, but then after all the shit that he said about them, they don't want to hear anything from Christian. Now, Christian, he is talking like he is TNT champion, and every once in a while, he's talking about himself. Then he'd be like, oh, we, as in him and Luchasaurus. And it's like, bro, it's not even a we. It is not even a you. It's Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus is just standing there looking like a dinosaur. And it's like really comical. Now, I know some people probably think that this might not help Luchasaurus, which honestly, I don't know. But Christian looked good doing it. So I'm not going to complain. We'll see in the upcoming weeks where it goes from here. Now, throughout this promo, he makes reference of Cody Rhodes leaving AEW without necessarily saying his name. If you know, you know. He also, says a little thing about referencing Dave Meltzer without also saying his name. And really, just hearing the name Dave Meltzer just make me angry. I cannot stand this guy. He's getting on my last nerve. Now, after this promo, we have Willow Nightingale versus Nyla Rose, and the winner advances on to the next round into the Women's Owen Hart Cup Championship, whatever the hell it is. I'm not gonna lie, I saw like 2-3 minutes of this match, and your girl fell asleep. I'm just bored. It's just like same old. I don't see anything to really make me feel like, wow, oh my gosh, these girls are doing awesome. They're just doing average, to be honest. I don't see anything that stands out. So yeah, I fell asleep. Willow Nightingale won. By the time I woke up, that's when I see Powerhouse Hobbs walk into the ring. Now, Powerhouse Hobbs, he's going against a wrestler named Jeremy Prophet. Now, this is like literally less than 2 minutes. And this is the shit that I've been talking about with this squash match stuff. Like, how does this help Powerhouse Hobbs? I want this dude to be successful. He has star written on him, but he's not the one who says, put me in a 2-minute match versus somebody nobody knows, And he's not the one who says that. That's the booker's job to decide how to display a wrestler on TV. And if this is how Tony Khan is letting someone like Powerhouse Hobbs, who's supposed to be the future of AEW, then we are in trouble. He's not going to get over in situations like this. I don't know what can be done, but Tony, fix it. 2-minute match for what reason? I don't know. Didn't like this at all. So before I go into the main event, I just want to say, like, Collision looks really great, and I love how, like, in between matches we get to see promos from different wrestlers. And when I saw Scorpio Sky, it made me feel like, where is he going to fit in terms of winning gold in AEW? Then it made me think, like, does AEW need another singles title for the men? Because it seems like there are a lot of people on this on this roster, and since Scorpio Sky had been gone, he's been gone for quite some time with an injury. There's the roster have definitely grown, and it just seems like the international title ain't going anywhere. TNT title has lost prestige. It's not even funny. MJF, he is stuck being AEW champ, and he's not necessarily being treated the way a champion should be treated. And I'm saying, when I say not being treated well, I mean Tony Khan. Like, he's not putting MJF as a top priority in this company. Now, I don't know. Let me know what you think, if you think they could use another singles title. Now, aside from that, we do actually get 3 more matches added on for the pre-show. And I'm really, really surprised about that, because now we're going to get a total of 4 matches. So we have Roppongi Vice and El Desperado versus Swerve Strickland and the Embassy. So this is not involving Brian Cage, so only Toa Leona and Khan. Mobile Embassy, I think, is going to end up taking this win. They also added Stu Grayson versus Phantasmo. I look forward to this match. Not sure who's going to take the win, but Stu really needs this, because he's been really trying to prove himself as part of the Righteous. So I don't know who's going to end up taking the win, but I feel like Stu really needs this in terms of the storyline that's going on in ROH right now. Last match that's been added is United Empire versus Los Ingobernables de Japón. I don't really know who I want to see win, but I was a little bit surprised about this one, because it was like, oh, I thought this was an AEW versus New Japan type of deal, not everybody from New Japan in one match type of deal. But it's okay. I don't really care who wins here. I do think we're going to get a great match. And if Takahashi can bring Daryl, that would be great. If you don't know who's Daryl, Daryl is the cute little teddy bear cat that he brings out with him to his matches. So I'd like to see that. Now let's get on to the main event. Okay, guys, main event. We have FTR, Ricky Starks, and CM Punk versus the Guns and Bullet Club Gold. Now, I think we got confirmation for sure that the Guns are part of Bullet Club Gold. Maybe after the match, I think it seemed like. So one thing that I do notice is that AEW does these videos that they would post like after the show of them doing post-match interviews and stuff like that. These are little things that I think should be on the shows too, because they really do add something, especially when they're doing these really cool promos. Now, I saw that they had posted some after Dynamite, and it's like, damn, this stuff should be on the show. Like, y'all should just add this on Collision or whatnot, which they all did not end up doing, and I think that would have helped. The Guns and Bullet Club Gold do a really cool promo that I felt like, had they had aired that on TV, that it would have made them look stronger. And especially for the Guns, because really, I haven't really been convinced about them. But I think them being paired with Jay and Juice is going to be a really good thing from them. Now, you guys, when CM Punk came out there, I don't even know if his music hit. He was the last guy from his team to come out, and it just seemed like the crowd was already booing. You really couldn't hear any cheers. If there were, they were definitely washed out with the boos. And CM Punk is just smiling from ear to ear about it. He doesn't care if you boo. He doesn't care if you cheer. And that's the way to go, to be honest. Like, you can't show them that you're sad about it or whatever. It is what it is. They're booing. Now, I'm going to say something that probably going to sound a little fucked up, but last week when CM Punk came out with that shirt, I didn't realize that it was Larry. I thought it was... You remember the movie Gremlins? When you get them wet and they turn into those green little monsters? That's what I thought was on his shirt. I'm not gonna lie, because actually, me and my daughter, we watched Gremlins. There's actually a new show that came out on Max about Gremlins, and we are obsessed with it. So that's why I thought was on his shirt. Later on, I realized it was Larry. So sorry, Larry. You're not the cutest dog I've ever seen. Anyway, this match was really great, and I felt like it was like 20 minutes long. And that's okay, because I've been complaining about how with 8-man tag or 10-man tag lately, when they're like in a shorter time frame, they are a little more messier. And this time wasn't the case. If you give them 20 minutes for, 8 guys to do their thing, it's going to definitely look more organized. Now, to be honest, I like the fact that it wasn't that people were cheering for CM Punk. Now we get to see how people really feel about CM Punk. Them putting CM Punk in Chicago that first night was smart, because people cheered for him to return. Now this time we get to see what people really think, which wasn't surprising. Now, I really enjoyed this match. I think it was a good thing, not just for Punk, but for the Guns as well. They're the least experienced in the ring. We don't see them as often. And when they were tag champions, I don't feel like they had a chance to really shine, because really they did not deserve to be champions. But I do think that if they do place them with Bullet Club Gold, that this is going to be a good thing for them. Now, while I did enjoy the match, it felt a little still similar to what we got from last week. Just three different people compared to who was involved last week. So that was like my only complaint, that there was just some similarities. It felt like it was watching close to the same match as before. Now, when you think of everybody who's involved, you think of all the possibilities that you can get when it comes to having individual feuds or whatnot. So I would love to see CM Punk in a feud with Juice or with Jay, and that would do good for their careers as well. It was a great way to end the show, but I'm happy with the outcome of the Guns and Bullet Club Gold taking the win. It would have just felt too predictable and wrong if CM Punk team had took the win. So I prefer that it had happened this way. I'm curious to see where the storyline is going to go. But tomorrow is the first time we're going to see CM Punk in a singles match. And I want to see how he holds up. In this match, he was in the ring for quite some time. And obviously, they're doing this on purpose so people can see how CM Punk is hanging out on in the ring. And I think he did pretty well. And to see him going one-on-one tomorrow with Kojima is really going to show people, like, how ready is he to have a singles run. So I'm really excited about Forbidden Door. I know it's going to be a great pay-per-view. Guys, thanks so much for watching my review. I will be back tomorrow with the results from Forbidden Door. Bye.